Hi there, this is We Love Betting. Chris Graham has abandoned us this week, hasn't he, Mark? He's gone back to his native Scotland, so unfortunately he's not around for his hosting duty, so the role has been forced upon me. You can see I'm very well dressed today, and that is because I've just had a bollocking for getting 0 out of 3 Premier League tips last weekend. But I am joined by a man in form in Mark O'Hare. 3 out of 4, I believe, last week, Mark. Your big show off.
Sorry, can't help myself.
Yeah, just run us through what those were again.
Over 2.5 goals in posh leagues. Notts County somehow managed to let me down against Walsall.
And that was the one I backed, of course.
You could have had Fleetwood to win at Burton, and then in Europe, Real Sociedad to beat Celta Vigo.
Oh, very nice indeed. Okay, well, and you've got 3 more picks for us this week, all from the Football League once again.
Yep.
Where are we going first? I see Crystal Palace v Sheffield Wednesday scribbled on your notes there.
My little notes. Because I've got a bit of sympathy for Palace and Dougie Freedman, to be fair as well. In the anti-post relegation betting with Chris, I spoke about Palace and I said I think they'll be fine. Doesn't really look that way at the moment, does it? They've played 3, lost 3, and the solid team from last year has just been ripped apart. It started towards the end of last season. They had a fantastic year, Carling Cup semi-final, and then the legs seemed to go. And for a team that were normally so solid, 6 of their last 9 league games saw over 2.5 goals, which was a bit strange compared to what they were doing before then. Got 11. Before that, only 11 of their 37 league games went overs. So straight away there's something going on. Basically the reason is the defence. Nathaniel Klein's moved on to Southampton. Anthony Gardner's moved on. Paddy McCarthy's been injured. So there's 3 of their back 4, their solid back 4 have been missing. And it's really showed. 9 goals conceded in those 3 games. Over 2.5 goals banged in all 3 of their league games so far. There's one thing with Palace at the moment. They've still got an attack. Wilfried Zaha, Premier League teams are looking at him, trying to sign him. The Palace chairman, Steve Parish, has come out this week and said he's not being sold no matter what. So you're going to be guaranteed goals when Palace are involved. They're playing Sheffield Wednesday, and I think the same thing applies here. It's goals, goals, goals. 2 3-2s and a 2-2 in their opening 3 games. They've really taken on that sort of mantle of the good feeling really around the club from promotion, and Dave Jones has carried that on this season. And just look at last year as well. They averaged 2.7 goals a game in Wednesday matches. Over 55% of their league fixtures went over 2.5, and you can get 4 to 6. I know it's quite short, but 4 to 6 and over 2.5 goals in this game of Sportingbet, and I think that's the way to go here for the value.
Yeah, interesting one. Okay, well, we should apologise at this point for all the background noise. A few complaints about Robbie Williams being in the background last week, so we thought we'd have reversing vehicles and people walking past instead. So, but
we're in a pub. So.
Indeed, we are, and a different pub at that. So. Our pub crawl continues, and so does our tip crawl, doesn't it, Mark?
Yeah.
What's up next here?
League One, Crawley are playing Leyton Orient. We'll start at Crawley, shall we? Because they've had a pretty turbulent summer, didn't they? Trying to get a manager in, basically. They got a manager in, Driscoll left, and they got rejected by various people. So, but they seem to have adjusted to life in League One pretty well. They crushed Scunthorpe 3-0 on the opening day, then they lost to Swindon, who are a bit of a bogey team for Crawley anyway, so you can't really knock them for losing to Ticanio Swindon the way they're playing at the moment. And then they went away.
Stoke.
Exactly, our Stoke. And they went away to Doncaster, and they quite impressed me there by winning that match. But this is more about Leyton Orient than Crawley, because you can get 7 to 10 at Sportingbet for Crawley to beat Orient this weekend at home. Now, Orient, I don't know what's going on there. 10 of their last 14 league games last season were lost. Russell Slade's team seems to have carried that poor form into this year. They were well beaten at Tranmere and again against Stevenage as well. And they, of course, denied a game last weekend when Hartlepool got stuck on the North Circular with traffic, so the game was postponed. And then they had to go to Goodison and were absolutely stuffed midweek in the Capital One Cup. Crawley won 14 of their 23 home games last season. Orient leaked 75 goals last year. It's not rocket science, but Crawley at 7 to 10 is Sportingbet.
Okay, good stuff. All right, and I know you've got a third and final.
Yep, let me just unravel it.
Yes.
Into League Two then. Exeter against Burton. We opposed Burton last weekend because I thought Fleetwood are too good to be true away there, and I'm not going to oppose Burton again because they're such an odd team. You just look at their results this year. What is going on? 4-2 winners at Leicester in midweek. They were 11-1 with Sportingbet to win that game, and I don't think anyone saw them coming. I think we had a handful of people back them at Sportingbet this week. They've had one hell of a season as well. They drew 2-2 with Sheffield United in the Capital One Cup to start with and won on penalties. What else? They were thumped 3-0 by Rotherham, beat Wimbledon 6-2. So again, it's just guaranteed goals here with Burton. They've scored 12, conceded 10. 4 of their 5 games have gone over 2.5. And they're at Exeter. And Exeter, I think, I looked at them this summer and I thought, what are they going to do this year? And I just couldn't make my mind up because Paul Tisdale had to deal with so many changes on the playing side of things. It's so many players coming in, so many players going out. I didn't really know what to expect. Again, their results have kind of surprised me as well. Last year, though, their home games produced an average of 2.6 goals per game. Entertainment seems to follow them around at the moment as well. All 3 of their games have gone over 2.5 goals. 9 goals overall in those 3 games. Beat Aki comfortably 3-0 last weekend. That followed a deserved 2-1 winning away at Aldershot, which again impressed me as well. Both sides like to attack. 8-11 on over 2.5 goals at Sportingbet. And I'll just say it again, last year Burton conceded a whopping 81 league goals. You know, if there's not going to be goals in this game, sack me.
Well, yes, I'm on the verge of something exactly like that unless I improve my game. Mark, just run us through your 3 tips again then.
Reverse order, we've got Exeter v Burton over 2.5 goals at 8-11. Let me just check the prices again. Crawley 7-10 to beat Leyton Orient, and over 2.5 goals at Palace Wednesday, which is at 4-6.
Well, there you have it, mate. He is red hot, is Mark, and so you should be backing him this weekend, shouldn't you?